Well, we want to thank Scott Cohen, who I believe he's the vice president, or he's the marketing manager for Platypod, for loaning us the new Platyball, which we took with us to North and South Dakota to let people play with. We got a chance. Now, these are pre-production units. They're not the final versions. We're going to do a pre-review here, and I thought we would go ahead and pull these out real quick, show you this is the Elite, and you've got the Ergo. There's two different models. That's the Elite right there. Really pretty, isn't it? And you've got the Ergo, so you can take that one out there. Look at that, Fred. We were looking for this when we were doing the outside, and it comes with a little a 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch adapter, so you can actually mount this on something that's 1/4 inch as well. So that's kind of cool, and it comes with both units, along with a really neat cover to keep your Platyball protected. So this is really cool, and these should be on the market here coming up, hopefully by sometime just before or after the first of the year. And I want to stress one more time that these are pre-production units, but we're going to go ahead and take these outside and see if we can put them through their paces. And we've also going to run some interviews we did with some of our folks that met us with at North and South Dakota, and got a chance to try them out. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, hi. Fred and I had a real treat from our friends at Platypod. We recently returned from South Dakota, and we want to thank North Dakota. Scott Cohen lent us the new Platyballs. We got the Ergo and the Elite models here. These are pre-production models, so some modifications and changes have been made on the final version, and I believe these should be out sometime early next year. This version is going to go for $385, and that one
$260, I believe.
$260, yes, and that's what is expected right now, so they should be right around that figure. And again, I want to stress that these are pre-production models. We did take these with us and let some people play with them, so we're going to play back some of the comments that people had. I think the most negative comment we had came from Adam Jones when we were in Kentucky, and Adam felt that the mechanism, and he was playing around with the Elite here without being attached to a tripod, just hand holding it. And I found that when it's not on a tripod, it is a little tough to adjust and loosen and tighten.
But another good point that he made, he was afraid that some people that didn't have the hand strength would have a tougher time, not just as far as it was stiffer feeling than on the tripod that you show. You know, you were able to go into the field and people said, oh, it's not so bad.
Right.
They were just worried about, and he was
especially for
people with
women
who don't have the hand strength, would have lesser, more of a problem with it. Nice thing about it, when we talked to the people at Platypod, they said yes, this was a very valid issue, very valid complaint.
And it's already been...
They were addressing it.
Yeah, addressed,
right?
And the model that is coming out, the final version, supposedly the mechanism, the latching mechanism...
For both of them, has been redesigned.
Has been redesigned and improved and is much easier.
Yeah.
Apparently that is a complaint that they had heard from other photographers too. One nature photographer said his hand was fatigued. So I want to point out these have regular Arca mounts on it. I've got my Arca here. I was going to go ahead, and it's just a simple twist and lock. There is a button in the rear here for releasing it. You just push that and twist, in a clockwise direction. I guess it has two positions there, and then put it in a counterclockwise position to lock in. The units themselves have a 3/8 inch standard tripod mount, so they should be able to fit on any tripod legs. And they also have a mechanism for doing your pans and tilts. They have the degrees on here, and they come with a little limited. This is not really meant for putting on your camera, but you could use this on if you had a cell phone mount or a GoPro or something to that extent.
Yeah. And they recommend, if you already have other plates, to use those.
Yes, use the plate that's already on your camera. The main difference between the Elite and the Ergo is the mechanism we're going to show you here, that on the Ergo, that allows you to balance it. It has an electronic balancer in there that will allow you to make sure that you're horizontal and vertical balance. And the nice thing about that is once you get it adjusted, the panning is always going to be level with the horizon. It's not going to tilt like most ball heads do. And the reason for that is this is basically a ball head mounted upside down. I think that's the true genius in this, is that the ball head is up here where generally the camera would mount on the actual ball. In this case, the base is on the ball. And in order, there, as you notice, there's no knobs.
No creep.
No knobs on it.
There's no creep. That camera,
and, yeah,
once he locks it in, it stays where it's going to go.
0.005% creep. Most ball heads, when you tighten them down, you let go, and they'll poof, they get a little bit of a... The way this works, the same with the Ergo there, is the bottom one loosens it up. And as you can see, that loosens it up very nicely. And basically, you can do this with one hand, which on a lot of ball heads you can't do that. And the top one tightens it back up. I've got the lock this here on the panning. So now it's locked up, and if you see this, I'm going to do this here. I'm going to loosen this up and bring it up and tighten it. And see, there was just no creep at all. I found this extremely handy when I was doing star trails out in the dark where I couldn't see, and I can't tell you how many times on my regular ball heads I've gone and reached for a knob and grabbed the wrong one.
Yeah.
And if you grab the one that's loosens and tightens your camera, guess what? That camera's going to be on the ground. So I think that's very unlikely to occur with these. All right, now these units are supposedly, I think they marketed that these are hold up to 22 pounds, but my understanding they've actually done tests up to 45 pounds. So we're going to give it a shot here. This is nowhere near 22 pounds, but this is my big Canon here. So we're going to mount this up there, lock it in place. Boy, that actually works. That's kind of nice. And tighten it up. You gotta let go. I didn't see any bounce in that at all, did you? That's on there good. So obviously it can hold this. This is, I think, it's probably 10, 11 pounds, probably half of what the rating is. So this is on the Elite. Let's try it. I'm gonna let Fred try it on the Ergo. There you go, Fred. Don't drop it.
Yeah.
And it should be the same because the mechanism inside, really the only difference between the two is the balancing mechanism here. Yeah, I didn't see any.
No drift?
I didn't see any drift at all. I mean, when you rocked it, yeah, but cool. Okay, well, there you go. If you have a big lens, it certainly will handle the 500 anyway, and I'm sure that the 800, I think the new 600 is even lighter than this dude here. So
Here, you may have your lens and body back.
Thanks. So, yeah, that works.